Okay, now I'm gonna challenge conventional wisdom. When it comes to a fever, when you get sick, you got a cold or a flu, and you get sick, you got a cough, a sniff, maybe some diarrhea, nausea, whatever, and then you get a fever, right? You got the chills, and then when you go to bed and you cover up, and that turns into sweats, and then as soon as you uncover, it's chills, and then you cover up and it's sweats. We call that a fever. We say that the body can't regulate its temperature, but I'm telling you right now, the body knows exactly what it's doing. Here's what I mean. As a gardener, I have mulch piles, I have compost piles. Ask any gardener. When you have a mulch pile or a compost pile, bacteria colonize and start digesting all that dying, dead, rotting organic material. In the process, they create heat. So as bacteria digest the rotting, dead material, they metabolize what they're eating, and then they have to poop out and excrete chemicals that are beneficial. That's why we compost, because bacteria and mold and other things, mostly bacteria, but they gobble up and they digest and they explode in population when the conditions are just right. But here's the thing. I've had many mulch piles, like big tall ones, like 6 feet tall piles of mulch, and they get hot. And I mean really hot, like real hot. So much that you can see the steam coming off of them. And I can only conclude that that's a natural process that actually seems to facilitate more bacterial growth. More bacterial growth means more metabolism, means more heat, means more. It's a big snowball. So let's apply that to the body, the human body, the terrain. So when you get sick and you get a fever, the elevated temperature of your body, somehow the body has the ability to just elevate its temperature. Why does it do that? Well, my hypothesis is this. Since bacteria are largely identified as the, quote, cleanup crew, they're the vultures. They're the ones who show up on the roadway when there's a dead animal and they clean it up. Bacteria show up when you have a dead and dying cell. It's called apoptosis, natural programmed cell death, which, by the way, happens billions of times every day in every one of us. Bacteria, it's their job to digest and eat up and gobble and consume and convert that material into something else. In the process, they create heat. So I just wonder, is the fever caused by the bacteria that are eating up all these extra dead cells? Or does the body have some other mechanism to generate heat, which then facilitates the bacteria? Because the bacteria seem to really like it when it's hot. I mean, after a certain temperature, it's too much, bacteria die. But between this level and that level, what we call a fever, bacteria just love that environment, and they divide and they create more bacteria, which creates more cleanup crews, and they can do more of a job cleanupping all the crap and debris that we have to get rid of. I just wonder if the process of getting a fever is actually facilitating more bacteria for the purpose of cleaning up more dead cell debris or toxins. What do you think?